welcome back. It's Franks here. Back again with another What If video. Today's What If, as you can see by the title, is what if Deku was Spiderman? Yay, he's Spiderman. He has super cool powers and shit. Awesome. So basically, Deku's gonna have the abilities of Miles Morales, but he's gonna be able to create organic webs, because I just feel like that's how it's supposed to be. So let's get straight into it. So as a kid, Deku was born, and he had a normal childhood. At the age of 4, he went to the quirk doctor to see what his quirk was. The doctor said that he has the abilities of a spider. But it's kind of OP. His doctor thinks it's kind of OP, but it's not really, because it's just a spider quirk. And spiders are useless bugs that can be squashed easily. Deku has the ability to stick to anything with any part of his body. He has he can lift 10 times his weight. He can shoot webs. He can electrify those webs that paralyze, and the webs will paralyze you. He can also turn invisible. So yeah, he's kind of overpowered. So this quirk, he also have a sixth sense. Yeah, he has a sixth sense. So Deku and Bakugo, I think that they would be good friends, because the only reason Bakugo ever really bullied Deku was because he wanted to make sure that Deku knew that he was lower than him and will always be below everybody and is a useless being that has no reason to be alive. But if Deku has a quirk, there's no reason for him to be called useless. He's a normal kid. There's nothing different about him. He's not different. So, yeah. Deku has a normal childhood. He gets pretty efficient with his quirk, and he even spars with Bakugo. Bakugo develops new techniques with his explosions because Deku helps him with his quirk, as Bakugo helps Deku with his quirk. They both develop their own technique and fighting style. Bakugo is able to use his explosions on any part of his body. Bakugo figured that out when Deku pointed out that he switched nitroglycerin, which is similar to an explosive liquid. Bakugo just detonates it, which means that Bakugo would theoretically be able to make his explosions anywhere upon his body. So it will take a while, but Bakugo would need to focus on which area of his body he lets the explosions out, and he even learns that he can throw like grenades of his sweat and just activate it. He could just let even if a villain captures him, all he has to do is Bakugo just has to get his sweat on the villain, and he could just blow up the sweat. So, and Bakugo figures out a technique, since he has to focus to figure out where he's using his explosions. He figures out a way to kind of track his sweat. So if he puts his sweat on someone, he can track on where they are and stuff, which is pretty efficient if you think about it. So, yeah, Deku and Bakugo are just the duo. They're super close, and when they work together, there's no way you can ever defeat them. No way, because they're just that strong and that powerful. Together, they're just unbeatable. Separated, they're pretty strong, but they can be defeated. So let's skip to the sludge villain event. Deku and Bakugo are going together. Bakugo's just letting off he's exploding a sweat, making it look like tiny fireworks because they're in a really dark tunnel. And the sludge villain comes out and jumps onto Bakugo. Deku's able to dodge because of his sixth sense. And Bakugo is just freaking out. Then Bakugo just uses his explosions all over his body. But it's not that powerful of an explosion to break his bones, but it just launches the sludge villain off of him. It's kind of like Vegeta's final destruction, I think. I think that's what you call it, the final destruction. When Vegeta just blows up, but he turns to stone. Yeah, that attack. He basically uses that. And the sludge villain is just launched everywhere. All Might comes out of the tunnel and is like, ha ha ha. I have no fear for what? Hold. How did you defeat the sludge villain? I used my quirk. That's what Bakugo said. All Might's like, ha ha ha. You have a lot of potential for quirk like yours. All Might cleans up the mess and takes the sludge villain away. There's no second aftermath because nobody jumped on him and made him lose the bottle. So it's fine. So Deku and Bakugo find this beach. And they're just thinking, it's a dirty beach. So they're just thinking that they could clean it up. And when they clean it up, they can use it to train their physical bodies. So Deku can carry more weight, and Bakugo can use higher level explosions on his body, because he'd be stronger. So yeah, they clean up the beach using their quirk to train them as well. And it's time for the entrance exam. Deku wouldn't trip, so there's no meaningful Choco. Yeah, Bakugo and Deku are just waiting, and it just happened like the normal entrance exam would. Deku's confident that he can do it. He's not muttering because he lost that thing a while ago. So he just goes in and starts destroying villain robots left and right. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. He doesn't destroy them. He traps them. He just sticks them to the ground so they can't move with his webs. Sends an electric shock sometimes, but he just stops them. Everybody's just wondering why he's only stopping the villains, and they destroy the villains after he stops them. But what they don't know is that they're not actually getting any points. Because for the entrance exam, that's how Mineta got in. You just have to stop the robot. You don't have to destroy it. So Deku's getting nearly all of the points. Everybody's just thinking that he's leaving it for the rest. So they just destroy the robots that he stopped. And they're just excited and happy because this kid is giving them a free, easy pass to get into UA. They're just laughing, happy. And when the 0-pointer comes out, Ochako would still get stuck. Deku would try to rush over to her, but it was too late. The 0-pointer stepped on her. She went splat. Blood everywhere. It splattered on Izuku's face. He's just shook. He's like, what the heck just happened? He's hyperventilating. He's freaking out. Then he's next, but Ida comes in and saves him. Deku says, "Thank you. He's like, thank you. I was stuck there. I couldn't move. I'm sorry. I almost got you killed." Ida says, "It's fine. That's what a hero would do." So yeah, Deku's just he's just freaking out. Recovery Girl comes out and is like, "I'm sorry that you all had to witness someone die today, but it's part of the entrance exam. I'm sorry. That's why you had to sign the waiver before coming in, because there was a chance that you could die. This is why we have to make you read the waiver, because this is the world of heroes. You see people die left and right every day. It's not some willy-nilly easy job that gets you cash. It's a job where you work hard and try to save people from the villains. You don't want to ruin someone. You don't want to let someone die like that again." So Deku's he walks home with Bakugo, but he's not even talking. Bakugo's just talking about how cool his entrance exam was. But Deku, he notices Deku isn't talking. And he's like, "Yo, Deku, what's wrong?" Deku just breaks down. He's just like, he was too late. He watched someone die in front of him. Bakugo's like, "What the fuck? How? That waiver was just bogus. There's no way someone actually died." Yeah, right? But Deku's he's just freaking out. So Bakugo walks him home. He makes sure to tell Izuku's mom that Izuku's not really okay right now. Tells him what Izuku told him. So Miss Midoriya is just feeling so bad for Izuku, because he really just witnessed a girl his age die in front of him. He kept that in his mind. That became his motivation to never give up, to save people. And then he started to think that he didn't try to use his power for good. He wanted to be a hero, just kind of for the money and for the girls. But he realized that that's not what a hero is supposed to be doing. He realizes that he's supposed to be saving people. That's the job of a hero. He tells Katsuki this over the phone. Katsuki realizes the same thing, and they make a promise to each other, saying, "With great power comes great responsibility. Responsibility to work to help others, to not make anything worse, make things better for others. That's what their responsibility is." And Izuku gets the acceptance letter. The person who's on his card is Nezu. Nezu apologizes to Izuku for letting him see someone die like that. He says he's truly sorry, because Izuku's closest, and he even got her blood on his face. Nezu's just apologizing, but he says this is the world of the heroes. If you want to back out of UA, you can still do it. This is your one chance. If you don't show up to school, well, I'll understand. Izuku still shows up to school. Izuku's not gonna give up. He just watched someone die. He's not gonna let someone else die. He's gonna save people. He's gonna help people. That's his mindset right there. That's his mindset. That's what every hero's mindset should be. So Deku and Bakugo just walk in together proudly, and Izuku sees that guy that saved him from getting nearly crushed by the zero pointer. Izuku thanks him. And Ida is I think Ida would be different. I think Ida wouldn't be that talkative because he saw someone die. He really saw someone die. And All Might saw that Ida saved Izuku. All Might was thinking, maybe this boy is the one that will inherit his power. So All Might just looks at Ida's profile and sees that he is part of a great heroic family. All Might's just thinking he has to be the one. It's in his DNA. There's no way. So All Might's on Ida's acceptance letter. And All Might tells him to meet him at the Dagoba Beach Park. Ida meets him there, wondering why. All Might told him to come alone, so he also came alone. All Might told him the story of One for All and All for One, and told him that he thinks he is worthy to inherit his power. Ida's like, no, I can't. I let someone die. But All Might is saying, you let someone die, but you saved someone's life. She was a casualty. This is the world of a hero. I can help you. You can save less people would die if you had this quirk. Because you would have the power to run in and save them with your speed. This quirk will enhance your power. This quirk will enhance your power. I'm gonna just, One for All is a stockpiling quirk. So it's just gonna stockpile Ida's leftover speed. I think I'll give him the other quirks of the older users, but not yet. Later. Ida accepts this quirk, and Ida already knows how to use Deku's full cowling. What Deku would call full cowling, he will call it true speed. That would be what he would call it. He learns that he can only use up to 2 to 3% of his power. He could use 3% if he really tried. 2% is what he would normally use. So, yeah. On the first day of school, Aizawa comes in and is like, hey, it took you 3 seconds to shut up. By the end of the week, we'll make it to 2. You might have made it into this hero course, but you haven't fully made it into the school. If you really want to come into the school, you'll have to pass my entrance exam. Person with the lowest score gets expelled. Everybody's just determined to get number 1. Deku, Bakugo, and Ida are like the most determined because they all want to save people. They all want to prevent death to fall upon this world. More so, Izuku and Ida. The others will just be determined so they don't get expelled. They want to save people, but it's not the same as Ida and Deku. Deku and Ida would get changed. The class would get changed as quickly as possible, but there would be a select few that made it out first. Because they know that they have to be correct on time even before they are expected to save people. So they know that if they really want to stay in the school, they have to be there. They have to be there mentally. They have to be there physically. They always have to be there on time. They have to be there before. They have to be prepared. So they go as quickly as possible. Deku, Bakugo, Ida, and some others. When all the class shows up, Aizawa was like, "You have to be like these your fellow classmates that made it here early. They even got here before me. If you're late, you're just gonna let someone die. Yeah, you're just gonna let someone die like that? Pathetic. I can already see who's gonna pass and who's gonna fail. Good luck, students. Everybody is more determined now. And they just get prepared. First is the ball throw test. Bakugo got number 1 in the entrance exam, so he still goes. Bakugo's explosions are much stronger than what they were before. So it goes like 1,200 meters into the air. 1,200 meters, 0.5 into the air. Ida, Deku, just sticks a web to the ball and just starts swinging it, and then just lets go. He full sends it, and it goes like 1,000 meters. Ida kicks it. It goes 2,000 meters because he has one for all to back him up. Oh, in Ochaka's place, there's going to be Shinso. Shinso commands his body to go past the human body limits so he can get a higher score on all the tests. Invisible Girl gets like a standard score. Koda would summon a few Brits to fly up. It'll get like 300 meters. I want to say Mina doesn't get too far because she can't really use her acid that well at the time to launch it high up. So it's like 100 meters. Todoroki just puts the ball down and summons a glacier. And the glacier just launches the ball up. Like 910 meters. Yayorozu, she gets a cannon and just launches the ball. I don't even know how far the ball would go with the cannon. So I think you guys understand. Mineta, since he is due to his quirk, I think that he would be pretty good at throwing balls because that's how he would usually practice his quirk. So Mineta just launches the ball up. It goes like 300 meters just through his physical strength. And for the other tests, like 50-meter dash, Ida would get first place. Bakugo would get second. Deku would get third. And strength, Ida would get a pretty high score because he still has one for all. Bakugo would use his explosions to put more pressure on the grip machine. So yeah. In the other tests, it's mostly gonna be Deku, Bakugo, and Ida in the top 5, usually. And Invisible Girl gets expelled. Invisible Girl starts crying, but Deku's like, no, this world isn't meant for you. Your quirk might be good for stealth, but you could get hurt badly. Sometimes you have to accept it before you die out in the battlefield. The other students agree with him, and Toro is just angry because this kid, he's probably he's thinking, this spoiled brat thinks that he can just, he wouldn't understand. That's all she's thinking. But Deku's just like, sometimes it just gotta be like that. They had a regular class day. Bakugo, Ida, and Deku would walk home. They would walk to the train station together. And they would be joined by Kirishima, who just follows because he thinks that Bakugo's manly. And Shinso, because Shinso's just a quiet kid and just needs someone to stick and just needs to stick around the group so he doesn't seem lonely. Deku and Shinso would kind of talk a little bit, with Ida joining in a bit. So yeah, that'd be I think that's enough for part 1. I'll see you guys next time. And it is what it is.